For a long time, I was in two minds about releasing a ballet class video. My main concern was that I wasn't sure a video would ever come close to substituting proper one-to-one tuition, which in my mind is the only way that ballet or any other dance form can ever really be taught. What changed my mind eventually was the realization that perhaps I'd been thinking about it the wrong way. A video can never be a substitute for physical presence, but on the other hand, it can be a tool to help with ballet training. It can help students who want to do additional practice in their own time, at their own pace, with the option to review the material and any generic rather than individual corrections that are always given with certain exercises because of particular stumbling blocks that tend to be common to most learners, or even professionals for that matter. But it can also help teachers, and this was the aspect that interested and excited me the most. When I started teaching adults many years ago, I had no point of reference in terms of what to teach and how. I mostly remember how I had been taught ballet, but I knew I couldn't teach adults the same way because, for one thing, the class would be extremely boring, lots of simple steps repeated hundreds of times. And most of the students probably had some previous experience of ballet and only needed to be reminded how to do it. But how was I going to strike that right balance between teaching a basic, safe class that won't stress people out and won't cause any injuries, and giving a fun workout that will remind the adults how good it feels to dance? I also was afraid to sound patronizing if I tried to talk to the adult students the same way you would talk to the young ones. And on the other hand, I still had to make sure that I covered all the fundamental rules and at least to avoid any accidents. When I talked to other teachers about it, the advice I usually got was, you will figure it out as you go along, which is all well and good, but it didn't help my confidence at all. What I really wished for at the time was to be able to observe other teachers at work, but my other commitments simply didn't allow me the time and opportunity to go and join in adult ballet classes. There were no books available on the subject, and the web wasn't what it is today. Even if it had been, I wouldn't have found much help because this type of ballet class video simply doesn't exist. So I decided the time was right for me to release a video that hopefully will help both adult learners in search for some additional training that can be taken at home, and also other teachers who are looking for inspiration for their own classes. I have devised most of the exercises in such a way as to allow them to be performed within enclosed spaces. Even so, I must stress that plenty of room is needed around you when practicing the exercises at home. Make sure you remove any furniture or objects that may be hit in any way when extending your arms and legs. If you don't have a proper bar available, you can use a table or chair, but please make sure that these are sturdy enough to take your weight without collapsing or tipping over. You also have to be very careful with the legs and bases of any pieces of furniture that you use for support, as you will be in danger of hitting them with your legs. Jumps should only be performed on proper dance floors that are sprung and designed to absorb the weight of the landings. Performing these jumps on normal floors may lead to short or long-term injuries, so be careful. And of course, as with any workout video, you should never undertake strenuous exercises such as those demonstrated here if you suffer from any medical condition that may put you at risk of any harm. If in doubt, you should always consult your doctor beforehand. You should wear comfortable clothing, no jewelry, and ballet shoes are recommended to protect you and support your feet. Otherwise, enjoy this ballet class. I hope you will find it useful and above all fun to practice and to teach.